think this is your time?
Hello, fellow noobsters, it is I, Gaming Noobster, and welcome back to another video. As you can see, the lighting's much better, and you'll see why, hopefully. I don't know. This is a pre-recorded video, if you didn't know. Hopefully this is on schedule. So last week we did power saving. Did it actually improve battery life, and did it increase performance when it's off? Or how much performance are you losing? Well, we concluded that you're losing a lot of performance, a lot of performance, and you're only gaining about what? You're only gaining about 30 minutes worth of battery time. Now, this week it's also a phone thing for Androids only, because I don't believe iPhones have it. Now, the last week's, I believe, may do the same thing on Apple, but I don't for sure know. But today is 4 times MSAA. People say, oh, you can get an extra couple FPS doing that. Well, okay, that might be true, but it might not be true. And you want to have your developer options on, which if you don't know how to do that, you go down to About Device, and this is completely legal. This is not rooting your device over, and then you just scroll down to build number, and then you do it 10 times, and it will usually tell you, and then it'll be like, oh, okay, developer mode has been enabled. Then you go back, and right above About Device you'll have developer options, not security. Developer options, and then there's a lot of stuff here. But what we're mainly looking at is right here. Turn on 4 times MSAA. Now, being that I know how computers work, that just means it's gonna have to load more in and makes the game look better. And people say that it'll make the game run faster on Android though. Now, and for this I only used one benchmark, and it was, what is it? Unreal System. So let me just load this in. Now this is gonna look odd on your end, so I'm gonna just make it as good as possible. Okay, hopefully that looks okay for you. But I use this, basically just benchmarks your phone and everything, and it gives you a good benchmark output. And each test I did the same thing as last week. I cleaned the RAM using Clean Master. Again, that's a good app if you want to maximize your performance. Use that, and yeah. So, and I ran each test 3 times, and I used the best of each one. So, as you can see here, I have 2 videos. I pre-recorded it because I didn't want to do it while recording, because then it would probably have a problem with memory. So I wanted to make sure it got its max performance, so I did this instead. So, don't remember which one's which. Okay, so this is with this I believe is with the MSAA off. Yeah, this is MSAA off. So I'm gonna just let this, run. So. Okay, well, let's not have that problem. But as you can see, the score was 674. So 674, and Yeah. This is without it. This is with 4 times MSAA. So, as you can see, it is running a little worse. The max FPS is higher from the other one, from the beginning part, but the minimum is pretty much the same, but the average is much lower. It's about 4 frames lower. And as you see, it just keeps the same pretty bad FPS average throughout the whole entire benchmark. And as you see, it's the benchmark score, if you're looking at it, it's not going up nearly as high or as fast. So this is where it really slows down. And as you can see, this only gets a score of 543. Again, another stupid ad. 543. So that pretty much concludes up what it really does. So should you turn it on? Well, because of these benchmarks, I did test them 3 times each. 4 times MSAA on, 4 times MSAA off. Each single time cleaning the memory, cleaning the background processors and stuff. Only thing that was running was the screen recorder, and they were set at the same exact settings each time. And as you see, 4 times MSAA does worsen your performance, and it makes sense because for MSAA, all of these, the FXAA, MSAA, TXAA, TSAA, there's a whole bunch of, it's basically called anti-analyzing. So if you know anything about computers, if you know G-Sync and FreeSync, that's basically what anti-aliasing is, except those are like dedicated chips to make it so you don't have to waste power. But on PC, the reason you would use, or Android, the only reason you would use anti-aliasing is when each frame is being put. If you have anti-aliasing, it will make your GPU output a frame quicker than it should, so that it can make the image look more smooth. And if you play desktop games or even Android games, you can see that there will be like weird lines that are completely out of order, out of sync. They just look whack. And so that's what anti-aliasing is supposed to help fix, and it does in most cases. NVIDIA G-Sync, it works really well. FreeSync works quite well, especially FreeSync 2. I've heard it's extremely good now. It doesn't have nearly as big of a problem with the GPU or the game. And yeah, the only reason you would turn on 4 times MSAA is if you have a brand new phone like the S9 or S9 Plus, and you just want, and you've been dealing with like some pretty bad like streaks of bad graphics and stuff. So yeah, turn it off if you have an older phone for sure. Newer phone, you still keep it off because most games are quite optimized to the screen and they don't have that problem. But yeah, hopefully that concludes the episode. Turn it on or off, keep it off. A fresh set of features have been added to iFunny, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, keep it off, and if you like this video, remember to like and subscribe, comment if you have your own experiences, if mine are possibly wrong, But yeah, have a good day. Noobster out.